Hey, what's going on YouTube? UA Reviews here, and today I've got another football one-on-one video, and today's topic is on getting a starting position in football. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about gaining a starting position in football. And really what being a starter means is when when the game starts, you're the first to go out there, so you're the starter. Just like a starting pitcher in baseball, you're the first to go out there, whether you finish or close the game or whatever. But getting a starting position in football, it means more at a higher level, such as in high school or college. Being a starter, you're relied on throughout most of the game to finish the game, win, or whatever it takes. But gaining a starting position, say as a quarterback, is probably one of the main things that's looked at. It's the most overhyped position. Being the starting quarterback or something like that, or being the star tailback or whatever. But getting to start, and when it comes to other positions, such as the offensive line, defensive line, just kind of how, from my experience, I'll give you my point of view of being a starter and kind of what it means to me, being an offensive and defensive lineman. And I said I would tell this story about the first time I got to start in high school. And so let's paint the picture. It's my junior year. It's game 3, week 3, and someone went down with an injury. I believe it was in the practice of week 2. And then what happened was I was pretty much in a position battle to gain the right tackle position. For the second game, I didn't win that position battle, but then and then that second game, I got to play a little bit. I was in and out of the rotation a little bit at right tackle, but the guy that was in there, he was a senior, and then he was the starting right tackle who filled in for, and I guess I should elaborate. Our center got hurt, and then the current right tackle moved over to center, so we needed a right tackle. And then I was kind of in a position battle with another player who was a senior to gain that position. He won it for week 2. But then during week 3, this is rivalry week, and it's a non-conference game against our crosstown rival. And he missed one day of practice just out of nowhere, and then I was thrown in right then. I had to jump in because he wasn't at practice one day. And what happened was I was pretty much slated for the starting role since and then I'd had pretty much a couple days to mentally prepare to start. And it took more commitment doing that because I had to think of I was going to be the first to be counted on out there. I had to mentally prepare for the game in a different way that I never had before. Because how it goes is when you're pretty much on the bench, most of the game till maybe about the 4th quarter, whenever you get to rotate in, especially as an offensive lineman, depending on if you're winning or losing the game or it's just a close game, you prepare in a different way. You don't. You're pretty much ready to go, but when you have to start, you're thinking of everything that's got to happen, play by play. You got to know everything about the offense. You got to know where you're going on this play, and you're just playing the game throughout your head. And for me, it wasn't that nerve-wracking until I really got in there the first couple of plays, because it was the first time I was getting to start and be out there at a high stakes level. Getting to start for me was it was an exhilarating thrill because the game in itself was a very close game. It was just like I remember going up against a guy that was nearly twice my size, and at this time I was probably only 195 pounds as a right tackle, and I was going up against a guy who was like 270, so he could kind of throw me around a little bit. So that was, and at that point it was a little intimidating going up against a big player because I'd always gone up against bigger players than I was, but I felt like I had a lot more skill and basically smarts to outsmart the guy rather than he can just use brute force to move me or something. But that's really beside the point. But getting to start was a very gratifying thing. So it was very cool. The game was very close throughout the whole game. It was just a very tight game till the very end. We were driving, and it's kind of like I feel like it's kind of like a storybook kind of thing. We're driving down to score a game-winning touchdown. We score the touchdown, and we can only tie the game, so we have to go for 2, and we don't get it. I think we scrambled, and our quarterback fell and hit the ground. It wasn't a sack or anything, but he just fell, or I think it might have been incomplete. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and watch the game. But we lost the game. It was bad. I remember being pretty emotional after the game. Everybody was, because we hated to lose against our rival school. But after that, our season actually turned around quite a bit. We ended up winning. I think we lost the next game, but we won like 6 straight games. Won a conference championship after that, and then that was really how I got to start and kind of be in the position that I was to be a greater football player. So, and then my advice is just to be how I've talked about before. Grinding through that summer camp. It just takes one person to go down to give you an opportunity to play. So I would always just never count yourself out, and I never did. And it ended up working out for me because I really I embraced that chance to go out there and show what I had. Okay, so like I was saying, my best advice for gaining the starting role is just to embrace the moment, because there's just those little opportunities that can lead to something bigger. Getting an opportunity can be great for you. It can drive your football career. It can make you who you are. Make a name for yourself. So just never count yourself out of anything, because anything can happen in football, whether someone goes down with an injury or you win that job in camp. That's just kind of how football's always gone. It just takes those little chances to give you a greater opportunity. So that's my video. If you guys have any great stuff you guys want to point out about getting to start for the first time or whatever, so that's really my Football 101 video for the day, and I guess we'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out my main channel for review videos, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram for updates on the channel. So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.